Hi everyone, my name is Saurabh Pant and I hope you are doing very fine at your home. So one more day and you will be almost coming to the last day before the NEET examination. Today is September 11th and within 2 days you'll be writing one of the most important examinations of your life. So yeah, pressure will be huge, I can understand. A lot of panicking situation will be there. So in this video, I'll be talking about what you should do on the NEET examination day, during the NEET exam and after the NEET examination day. So that is the main focus for this video, which is going to be. So before going ahead, let me make you understand one thing very clearly. You have prepared for this exam not for 1 day or 1 month. You have prepared this exam for at least 1 year or maybe 2 years, or some people would have prepared properly for 3 years also. So last 2 days, you're not going to learn something drastically new that is going to change the entire course of your preparation. So nothing like that miraculous is going to happen in the last 2 days. So what your focus should be in the last 2 days is clearing your mind and keeping your mind in focus on September 13th. And for that, all the things that can deviate you from the examination and from attempting the examination, those things should be taken care of already in advance. For that, as I have said in the last video, keep a list of all those things that you have to carry during the examination for the NEET examination day. Plus, read your admit card properly again. A lot of the comments are coming, and out of that, a very few people are there who have not even read the admit card properly, and it's very, very careless on your part if you're not reading the admit card for such an important examination. So read the admit card again, just like it's the biology NCERT. Each and every line, each and every word is important. Make sure that you carry specifically those things and follow the guidelines given. Admit card is very, very, very important. Make sure all the pages that you have taken the printout and read them before going. Today itself you can read, tomorrow also you should read, and before leaving your house for the center also you should read one more time if everything you are carrying together or not. That is very important. Next, it is very important to reach in time. That is, a lot of people are having the problem, especially in this NEET, that maybe their reporting time will be at 11 o'clock also. They are starting from around 11 o'clock. And some doubts are coming that, sir, can I reach at 12? Can I reach at 1? Etc. etc. My answer I can't give. I will ask you a simple question. Are you really willing to take such a big risk in this important examination? If the answer is yes, you can go at 2:30 also. Maybe the invigilator will allow you. Otherwise, if a time is given to you, if the rules are given to you and you are not trying to follow it, and you are expecting that whether the invigilator will be letting me in or not, I don't know, I'm not the invigilator. So you are taking a big risk, and if you are taking that risk after a serious preparation, there is something seriously wrong in the way you are thinking about this examination. It's not worth it, I would say. So yeah, reaching in time is very important. Then after that, during the exam and on that examination day, what you should be doing, like on a general note we can say, firstly, make sure that you take the bath and take the food also, not very heavy, not very light also, like proportionate food you can take. Nutritious that you should take, and that you should take before 11 o'clock if your reporting time is at 11 o'clock, because you will not be allowed to take any eatables inside, but yes, drinking water you can take in. Secondly, as I mentioned in my second last video also, that you should drink a sip of water each after 5-10 minutes or 15-20 minutes, so that you remain hydrated. That is very important. Otherwise you might feel drowsy or sleepy. Before the examination, 1 day before the examination, if you are not feeling that much sleepy, it's all right, but it will be better if you start some exercises today itself. And one more thing, if you are having, that's very important. This is a very small, minute thing, but it is very, very important. If your reporting time is, let's say, at 11 o'clock, or even if it is 1:30 or whatever the time is there, so you might be having a time in your head at what time you will leave your house. Before that, you will be having the food. So same time you should have your food today itself, same time tomorrow, and then also on the third day. If today that time is already over, no problem, then tomorrow you should have the food at the same time as you will be having on September 13th. Let your body adapt. Otherwise, some acidity and all can happen. A big difference might not come, hopefully, but still you should be mentally relaxed. And for that, your stomach, your tummy should be very clean. It should not be having unnecessary kind of chemicals being synthesized. So chemical looks very good in the notebook, in the paper, but they look very bad inside the stomach. So try to avoid any oily food as well. Try to keep the food as simple as possible. Some exercise on 12th. It's very important that you exaggerate your body a little bit so that you feel sleepy. Don't do any muscular based exercises. Do only cardio exercise like running, brisk walking, something like that you can do, or jumping jacks you can do. These kind of exercises you can do, which can help you to get tired so that you get sleep early itself on September 12th. That's the best possible way I feel. So on September 13, when you'll be carrying your belongings and be reaching to the examination center, you'll be called inside, announcements will be made at the time of your reporting, and you'll be asked to enter inside, you'll be taking your admit card and all those things. Then you'll be asked to sign on the undertaking, the declaration form, if you're suffering from some illness or not. So that's up to you to decide you're going to take or not. I'm not going to say anything for that, but yeah, you have to sign in front of the invigilator, and then you will be entering inside the examination hall. Now all this while, what will happen? For the first time in your life, you'll be able to realize the competition that you are preparing for, because you are at your home from quite some days now. Even if you're not at your home also, even if you are regularly studying as well, every year it happens that you write the examinations, the local exams, the test and all throughout the year amongst your friends only. So you become habitual of their competition. But when suddenly you see so much crowd, an unknown crowd, not even a single face you might not be knowing as well, or maybe 1-2 faces you might be knowing at max. When you see so many people around you, some people carrying a book along with them, some people carrying notes along with them, trying to read everything with big specs like this, you might feel, oh my god, these many serious candidates are there. Do I stand anywhere or not? Number one, never doubt yourself. Understand this thing, out of 16 lakh aspirants, only 1 lakh aspirants are serious aspirants, and your competition is only within those 1 lakh. Remaining people are not as serious, they are not going to be your competition at least this year. So understand this thing, that even though the crowd will be very high, they are not the serious aspirants. You should not be worrying about that. Second, if someone is reading the book, you might feel, oh my god, they might be learning something new, some book is there that I've never seen in my life, etc, etc. Or maybe they are reading NCERT, you might feel, oh my god, this thing I should also have read for the last 2 hours, my 2 hours are wasted. Nahi bhai, you have worked for 3 years, 1 year or 2 years. 1 hour, 2 hour won't matter, and understand that is very important. Your mindset should be very clear. 13th September is not reading day, it is performance day. If you are reading during the day of performance, your performance will get reduced. It's possible. So by 11 o'clock, I would suggest you, all your preparation time is already over by 11 o'clock on September 13th. After that, don't read anything, keep your mind relaxed. Try to recall if you want to mentally, that will be okay with you. Otherwise, just keep it simple, keep it relaxed. Don't worry about what others are reading. They are reading because they did not read for 2 years or 1 year. So let them read. So trust your preparation. This is very important. Trust the process that you have undergone for the preparation. Trust the faculties who taught you. Trust whatever is there in your notes. From there, the questions are going to come. So trusting your preparation is very important, because it might happen that we might start thinking that person might be more prepared. You don't know their stories. So don't underestimate yourself. You are and you will be the most important person in your own life. So keep that in mind, that no one can take anything away from you. Let them read if they are reading. You have read in this 1, 2 or 3 years. Now September 13th is the day to perform. So don't worry if anyone else open the books or notebooks and try to read. They are not your competition, you are. If you perform the best of your capacity, no one can stop you from getting that medical seat that you ever wanted in your entire life. So you just be safe from yourself. You just keep your focus in the right place, and the NEET exam will be yours very, very surely. I can say that. Very surely. And for everyone I'm saying, examination hall also, if you see people writing too much and you look up, it will feel like, oh my god, everyone is busy writing and I might not be knowing as much as them. No. When you were writing, maybe someone else was looking up. So it's very normal, basic common sense that not everyone will look up simultaneously until someone calls a name. So the point is, during the examination, your focus should be this only, that no one is your competition now, you are. You are in the examination not to prove that you are better than others. You are in the examination to prove the best of your capacity, and let the NTA decide which medical college they will like you to enter inside. That is very important, that your examination day is not actually the examination day, it is the performance day. You are going to perform the thing that you are doing from last 2-3 years, and the paper is going to be easy. So you don't have to worry about that. Just keep your mind cool. Answers will start coming. Which brings me to the next point. On the examination day especially, I told in the last videos also, especially it will happen, you will feel like everything you forgot. It's not possible. It's not possible. Understand how your mind will work. Your mind stores the memory in such a way that if you trigger a hint, the brain will automatically start recalling the things which are related to that specific hint. So when you are not seeing any specific hint, the mind will not be able to recall everything. But when that question will come, when you'll be able to see some words there, that will act like a hint for your brain, and your brain will be able to think of all the answers. So don't worry at all. every student feels this, that they are not able to recall everything because the syllabus is huge. It feels like they are not able to recall everything. Even they are not able to recall sometimes 10% also. That is what the feeling that comes. You don't have to worry about that. When the question will come, your mind, trust it. It's a brilliant organ, the most sophisticated organ ever which has been built, or the machine which has been ever built is your mind. Trust it. It will be able to recall everything which is in your capacity of learning, which you have read at least once or twice. So you don't have to worry about it. Third, sir, what if I actually forget something? If you forget, you forget. That's none of your business now, because if it was around 10 days back, you could have worked upon it. But when you are worried about that specific topic, I forgot that topic, what happens? Your mind get deviated and you will not be able to remember other topics also. So keep it cool. It's okay to forget a few things. It's okay to forget a 30-40% syllabus also sometimes. But you have to make sure in the remaining syllabus which you are able to recall, there your efficiency should be 100%. On September 13th, it's not going to be your knowledge. It's going to be your efficiency. It's going to be your mindset. It's going to be your attitude. It's going to be your confidence, which is going to give you rank, and not the knowledge anymore. Knowledge game is already over by September 12th night. September 13th is all about confidence. Live a little bit high in confidence also. Overconfidence is also not a problem on September 13th. I always tell to my students that prepare like a duffer and write like a topper. So prepare as if you don't know anything. Prepare it multiple number of times. But when you write with full confidence. If you see a question which you are not able to get, you can do a little fight with the question also. Let's write the formula which might be related to that specific question, and you might end up getting the answer as well. I'll talk about two more things. Number one, how to attempt the paper, and number two, what should be your mindset. And mindset is going to be very important. That I'll discuss at the last because it's going to be a little elaborated. Attempting the paper, what the strategy should be. Dekho, there is not a perfect strategy. If anyone says this is the perfect strategy, this way you will get the selection. Nahi yaar, it's not like that. I've seen people starting from physics also, ending with biology as well. I've seen people starting from biology. Like most of the people, they start from biology, then they go to chemistry, then they go to physics. I've seen people doing zigzag. I've seen people doing back to forth. I've seen people doing first question to the last question. And every time I have seen that their preparation decides the selection and not the strategy that they are using when their preparation level is very high. But the preparation strategy comes into play for especially those people who have a moderate set of knowledge but they want exceptional marks. So if you are a topper, I would suggest you, topper means if you are already getting 650 plus, I would suggest you don't follow any strategy, not even my strategy. Don't follow any teacher's strategy. You have got up to 650 plus average up to now. You know how to write the paper. You don't have to take anyone else's help in understanding this thing. You know what you have to do. Just follow that. Close the video. Go ahead. You know what you have to do, or just skip and go to the mindset part. But if your marks are fluctuating, in that case, what you can do, I'm telling the standardized way. You can start with the biology, then chemistry, then physics. But keep one thing in mind. Selection will come in the first 1 hour. And then the rank improvement will happen in the remaining 2 hours. So keep one thing in mind. I will discuss everything including the OMR filling also. So understand what? Firstly, for the first hour, your job is to go in the examination hall and calmly start from biology, followed by chemistry, followed by physics. All the questions that you very well know, all the questions that you have read, all the questions where the hit and trial is not going on, quickly start doing. Firstly, complete biology, those questions. And as soon as you do a question, tick that. If you read a question, because you will be reading most of the questions anyway, if you read the questions and you feel that this question is going to be lengthy, but I possibly know how to do it, but it's going to be lengthy, you can circle that. If a question is there which you have no idea of, cut it. So these 3 symbols you should use regularly. So if you are doing the question, tick it and then keep on going ahead. So biology over, just easy questions, just easy. As soon as you are reading the question, you are getting the answer. Those kind of questions should get over. Then next chemistry, next physics. So in the first hour, 1 BPC segment should get over. And in that case, all the easy questions that are going to give you selection, and understand, for selection, if you need 500 marks, for instance, that 500 will come in the first 1 hour itself. Remaining will be for rank improvement. So for the first 500, keep this thing in mind, or whatever the rank will come, keep that thing in mind, that first 1 hour, do all the easy questions, select them. Selection is very important for the first 1 hour. So this will make sure 2 things. Number 1, all the easy questions are attempted, and number 2, you have seen the paper till the last in the first hour. After that, if you can complete that in 50 minutes, also very good. If you can complete in 45 minutes, even brilliant. More than 1 hour should not be taken to complete all the easy questions of biology, chemistry and physics. So you will just see, quickly you will do and take that and go ahead. After that, you can fill the OMR once. So once you fill the OMR, what will happen? You will get a satisfaction of mind that okay, easy questions at least I have done, only moderate and tough or lengthy questions will be left. After that, again revisit by PC or depending upon that day also, but I would suggest you go with by PC. Again, I'm saying strategies, you can, it's a little flexible. So there is not a specific way of telling, because sometimes the biology may be tough and physics might be very easy. So you might feel like in the second time you should start with physics because there is more chance of getting the answers correct there. So that is your own common sense. Don't be strict over this kind of a thing. But generally it is seen that for BPC student, biology comes out to be easy because they prepare biology sufficiently well. So the thing is, you start with biology again, then chemistry, then physics, and this time do the questions as per their merit. You think answer is coming, find the answer. You think answer is not able to come, leave it and go ahead. Now, the point very important here is that whatever you are able to do comfortably, only that you should try, don't over attempt. For that I will tell you in detail what the mindset should be there while writing the test. So this is how you will do, and after that you will fill in the last 20 minutes, 10 nahi, last 20 minutes, as soon as the clock says the last 20 minutes are left, stop writing and start bubbling. After that, whichever the question you do, simultaneously you can bubble along with that also. But bubbling should be done at least 20 minutes before, because bubbling will take more time than you are expecting it will take. Bubbling always takes more time. Also, while writing your name and all, make sure that you see the bubbles properly. Many people do not see the bubbles, like sometimes 0 is in the beginning, sometimes 0 is at the last. So they are habitual of seeing the 0 in the beginning, for instance, and in the NEET exam 0 comes at the last, like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then they start bubbling out of the habit. So that you should not do. So make sure that is very, very important. Bubbling will take time. It will take some time, and that is like, that means your paper is not for 3 hours. Your paper is for 2.5 hours. And 30 minutes for bubbling only you have. If you can bubble and you can get 5 minutes out of it extra, that is very good. But 2.5 hour paper is also made in such a way that in 2.5 hours it can be completed. So it's not like the paper is going to be very lengthy, it will not get completed in 2.5 hours. If you follow the strategy properly, first 1 hour if you complete all the easy questions, and with a relaxed mind, if you are starting doing the question as per their merit, if the question is to be left, you are leaving it. If your question is to be done, you are doing it, then your question paper will get over within 2.5 hours. That is not a problem. And that circle and cut will help you. So you can go with the circles first and followed by the cut, or you can go with the circle and cut. That is up to you. Second phase which you are doing is up to you. But first phase is very important. That will develop your rhythm. Then sir, why are you saying to do all the easy questions? What will be the advantage of this? The advantage is that two advantages are there. Number one, confidence will increase. That obviously we know because marks are coming. Secondly, your mind functions slow in the beginning of the paper. Always 15-20 minutes. The first 15-20 minutes will be very less productive. In that time, if you will do those questions where the effort of the mind is not necessary, then in the first 1 hour, your mind will get the proper warm up. And after that, new ideas will also come. You'll be able to recall better as well. Plus your calculation speed will also improve. So all those tough or moderate level questions will start becoming easier for you. And bhaiya, exponential rise in the confidence will happen. So that is very important. That's why this strategy I'm asking you to follow. Next, the mindset is very important on the day of the examination. What you have to do during the mindset of the examination. So dekho yaar. The first thing that is related to the strategy itself, the mindset should be, what happens? You prepare some topics very well. You will go in the exam, my biology is very strong, my chemistry is very strong, physics I will manage. What happens? Sometimes the biology comes very tough and physics comes very easy, and all your planning, it goes into vain. Why? Because what you will do, you will try to fight with biology now. Why? Because you thought biology is strong and biology is going to give me selection. So don't pre-decide anything. Mindset number one. Do not pre-decide that which topic is going to give you selection, which topic is going to give you rank. Go in the exam, do the questions on their merit. It is possible, it is 100% possible, it will happen, you will see that yourself also. The topics which you are never trusting that you will ever get the answer correct in the examination, in the NEET exam, those questions will give you, those topics will give you a lot of marks. Bhar bhar ke marks will come. But the topics which you might be very comfortable in, from there sometimes a question will come which is so tough that you will not be able to handle that. So don't be prejudiced about it that I will do this specific topic very well or I will do that specific subject very well. Do the questions on their merit. If you are knowing it, do it. If you don't know, just go ahead. One. Secondly, though you should not have, a lot of people are asking me, sir, what's the cutoff of this, cutoff of that? Arey bhaiya, target marks are the most useless thing that you can have during the examination. What will happen? Ek cheez batao, simple idea is there. If I say target marks are 550, so if you are getting more than 550, will you stop doing the paper? Kya? Now I'm getting 560 marks, more than my target, I should leave the paper and come out. No. And if you are getting 500 only, and with all your knowledge, how can you improve more than 550? What will happen during those 3 hours? So the point is, people are just wasting their time in thinking about the target. Targets are not necessary anymore. Targets were necessary when the preparation was going on. During the examination time, there is no target in your head. There should be no target, because some seats I have seen where in the last year, sometimes in Andhra and Telangana, for instance, around 515 to 520 marks give you the category A seat. 1 year back, same seat went for 460 marks. So if you are going with the target, what will happen? You will be attempting over, you will be attempting extra, and those will give you negative marks. So do the question as per the merit. Keep this mindset that whatever the marks you get is going to be more than the cutoff. Even if it is 400 marks also, even if it is 350 marks also, if the paper is so tough that you are getting 350 or 400, then bhaiya, cutoff will also go down. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't know it, no one knows. That attitude should be there. Overconfidence, bindas ekdam. If you don't know, no one knows. Leave the question, go ahead. Don't be overconfident while doing the question. But while leaving the question, be overconfident. I don't know, no one knows. Maybe the question itself is wrong, or maybe the question is out of syllabus, or maybe the add marks will be given. Don't worry about that. So keep this thing in mind. Don't have a target in your head. Second thing related to it, don't count the number of questions that you have done after first attempt. Some people, what they do, they start counting the questions because they have a target in their head. Oh my god, only 20 questions, then I should do 40 questions in physics. Bhaiya, physics paper would have come tough, for instance. Then how could you do 40 questions here? What if the All India highest person, the person who get All India highest marks, what if he does only 38 questions correct? It's a relative examination, na? So you can't have this prejudice in your head that I will do these many questions, and for that control yourself. Don't count the number of questions that you have attempted in the middle of the test. After the test, whatever you want to count, up to you. After that, you are free. But during the test, do not count by mistake also. Don't keep a track of the number of questions that you have attempted. Don't count them. Otherwise, you will overdo and you will lose a lot of marks in the negative. So please follow this advice. Don't keep a target mind in the head. Just do the questions on their merit. Whatever you know, go and start selecting. Whichever the question you know, beautifully do it. Come out, relax, selection will happen. You don't have to worry about that. Next, number 2. You can't get more than you have worked for. That is very important to know. Keep this thing in mind. Whatever you do, how many hit and trials you keep, your hard work is already over. Your work is already over. During the exam, you can't get more than what you have worked for. If you have worked for 500, 550 marks, you don't know how much you have worked for. But NTA will know that. So your marks are already decided. You have to just perform and reach to your maximum level. So make sure you cannot get more than the marks you have prepared for. So don't try to overdo as well. Next, in case 90% question paper you have done comfortably, that feeling comes, only 4 or 5 questions I have left, I think. That feeling will come. So if that kind of feeling you are getting, most of the questions I have got finally and very nice, beautiful paper is going on, in that case, if there are only 2-3 questions left to be done. Now you will say, sir, you asked us not to count. But if 2-3 questions are left, you don't have to count them. You will know them. Counting is when out of 45 questions, 30 questions you have done, then there is a counting necessary. But when out of 45 questions, only 1 question you have not done, you already know there is just 1 question in physics that I have not done. Or maybe in chemistry that I have not done. So if there are only 3-4 questions left, or 2-3 questions per subject are left, 2-3 questions, in that case, if you are doing a hit and trial, after eliminating your options, it is okay. There is not a problem, because some questions can be a little rank deciding questions. So it might happen if you are getting around 80-90%, that means you are very comfortably getting your dream college. Taking a little bit risk will be okay. I'll tell you why. For example, you are getting 700 marks, for instance, and you are trying, okay, 700 marks I got finally. This is more than what I expected, but let's see, should I try those 20 marks more or not? Dekho, 720 or 700, more or less chances are there will enter into the same college only. So if you take a little risk, what will happen? Let's say there are 4 questions where you might take the risk. And even if you come down by 4 marks, you are still getting 696 and you will still enter into the same medical college. But if you take that small risk of those 4-5 questions and they hit, those 4 questions they hit, you get 16 marks more, then 716 can give you All India rank 1. So keep this in mind. This thing will work only for those people who are getting a significantly decent marks, and you will realize that how your paper is going. So decide at that time also only. But keep in mind, if your paper is not going very well and then trying to get selected by hit and trial is not possible. It's never possible. You are never so lucky. So do whatever you know and come out. Maybe the cutoff will be down. Be very, very optimistic during the exam. Be very optimistic. Next, don't talk to the students nearby. All these people are wasting their time. They will talk to you. You will get disheartened. Oh my gosh, she has read this topic. He has read that topic. I have not read. So don't talk to the people around. Also, don't panic by seeing so many new faces. They are not your competition. Your competition is you yourself. So bhaiya, if I sum up the mindset in a nutshell, I would like to say one thing only. Preparation is over. Your NEET exam is not to get selected. That is not your mind. That should not be your mindset. It's not to get selected. It is to do those questions that you know. This should be your mindset. And if those questions are worth getting you a medical seat, you will get it. Otherwise, you can't do anything. You can't pressurize yourself during those 3 hours to suddenly recall certain things that you have forgotten or you have never read before. So keep this thing in mind. Your NEET examination is not to get selected. Your NEET examination is to just attempt those questions which you are able to get. If this mindset you have and you're not panicking, you'll be able to score very, very, very beautifully in this examination. And trust me, if you're struggling up to now, if you're seeing this video, if you're hopeful for the NEET examination, you all are already a winner. So you don't have to worry about this NEET exam and all at this point of time. The last 2 days, last 1 days, or on 13th of September, it is your day. Enjoy it. The NEET, the NTA conducted an exam for you. Enjoy that exam. Write it well. Be happy. Be optimistic. And if you don't know anything, no one knows it. That mindset you should take. So now, what to do after the examination? Number one, don't forget coronavirus is there. So after the exam, immediately leave the examination hall. Dispose the things in a proper place. Come out. Reach to your home or reach to wherever you wanted to reach, like whichever the place you are going to get collected with your family back. And then you can open the paper again and then you can start checking. You can talk to your teachers and all, but immediately leave the examination hall. Immediately does not mean that create a nuisance there and create the crowd there. Try to maintain a social distance while going for the examination also, and especially after the exam you might feel very relieved. Oh my God, finally all the burdens from the shoulder are removed. Yes, but you still have to live. So keep this in mind. When you come outside the examination hall, keep a proper social distance. After coming back to your home, relax, because that's going to be the best feeling. Whatever happens in the exam, your parents will always love you. Your teachers will be proud of you. You don't have to worry about anything. One exam is not going to change the perception of people towards you. So keep this in mind. You're not writing the exam for others. You're writing it for yourself. If you are satisfied, everyone is satisfied. So be satisfied, try to do your best and keep your whole focus during the examination on the examination itself. If you're completely focused, trust my words, you will always be very happy in your future also regarding this examination. So all the very, very best. Keep rocking, keep hustling, and I hope you will get very, very, very beautiful ranks, and all my blessings are with you. All the very best. Any further query, post in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer. Thank you so much.